he reminds us that we ought to thank God for his goodness and his mercy.
All right.
3 quick points that I want to share with you. The first point that we see in verse number 1. Verse number 1, it says, "Oh, give thanks unto who?
The Lord.
For he is good.
Yeah.
For his mercy endureth forever." The first point that we see the gratitude to God.
All right.
That's the first thing we see, the gratitude to God. Verse 1, it says, "Oh, give thanks unto the Lord."
Amen.
Like I've been saying earlier, every chance God gives you, you ought to appreciate and honor and glorify the Lord. And you ought to be able to show gratitude and thank the Lord for what he's done. Now, here's the thing. We got a lot of people who think true worship starts here. True worship. True worship don't start when you get here.
Amen.
True worship don't start here. Now, if you're sincere with your worship, and if your worship is real, then worship don't start when you get here.
No.
Worship should start when you wake up in the morning. I wasn't going to go here, but now since we're talking about worship, I'll just make this point real quick. Here's the difference that I see between praise and worship.
All right.
It's 2 different things. So, praise is when you thanking God based off of what he's done.
Amen.
So we all agree on that.
Amen.
So, but when you worship God, you're acknowledging who he is. So, worship has nothing to do what he did or did not do.
All right.
It's who he is.
Amen.
So, I've always been confused. I was like, well, it seems like to me, everybody know how to praise, but don't nobody know how to worship.
All right.
So I was like, why is that? Why is it that when it comes to praise, anybody can just praise?
Amen.
You can see 20, 30 people right here dancing for 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't stay on your feet and worship for 5 minutes?
Amen.
All right.
So anybody can praise when they get told there's a blessing on the way.
All right.
Come on.
Anybody can praise when you say money's coming through.
All right.
It seems to me anybody can praise when they be told that they're going to get a promotion.
All right.
All right.
But can you acknowledge who he is?
All right.
All right.
Who is he to you?
All right.
Yes. All right.
Because if the only time you praise God is when he do something for you, then that means where's the relationship with you and God? Because when you have a relationship with God, there should be true and sincere worship.
Oh, yeah.
Because didn't the Bible say worship him in spirit and truth? So, if the text said spirit and truth, that don't mean either or, that means both and.
Amen.
Because you can't worship him living a lie.
Amen.
Say it. Say it.
You can't.
Say so.
You can't. That's another sermon. I'm stop where I'm at. David, he had a personal relationship with God.
Yes, he is.
Now, David, he didn't do everything right.
No, he didn't.
All right.
No, he didn't. They were human.
And David was a man after what?
God's own heart.
But he messed up.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He didn't make the right decision all the time.
All right.
No, we did.
But in spite of all of that, his relationship with God, this is the same David that made a bold statement saying, I will bless the Lord at what?
All times.
And his praise shall continually be in my mouth.
All right.
So we see the gratitude of God. But the second thing that we see in verse number 1, we see the goodness of God.
All right.
So, verse 1, it says, oh, give thanks unto the Lord. That's gratitude. For he is good.
All right.
Yes, he is.
Do y'all know that we serve an awesome and mighty God? Because when you think about how people act, when you think about how easy it is for people to switch up on you,
All right.
Jesus.
that's something to be thankful for, saying, God, I'm glad that you're nothing like
All right.
people.
All right.
And see, that's why you shouldn't be so caught up in man's success, but you should be all about God's success. Because the difference is, man will open the door for you.
Yeah.
Now, here's one thing I've understood, I've realized about us people, especially preachers. They don't mind you being on the same level with them. Wherever level they on, they don't mind you on the same level with them. But you will realize how many real friends you have when you start going.
Elevate.
Man.
Right now.
Because when man opens a door for you, if you get too much better than them, they will close the door right in your face. But when God opens a door,
All right.
Right now.
there's no closing on that door. And that's the type of God we serve.
Yes.
We serve a miracle working God.
All right.
We serve a saving God.
Yes.
We serve a healing God.
Yes.
We serve a delivering God.
All right.
We serve a God who keeps his promises. We serve a God who can make everything all right.
Yes.
The goodness of the Lord. So we see the gratitude of God, and we see the goodness of God. But the last point, we see the grace of God. Let's do a little backtrack. Verse 1, oh, give thanks unto the Lord. That's gratitude. For he is good. That's goodness. For his mercy endureth forever. That's grace and mercy. Now, you have some people who love to come to church and put on a show. They love to talk about everybody else's problems. When somebody falls short, they be like, oh, did you hear about that? Did you hear where you was at last night? Yeah, you hear all that? They love to talk about everybody else's downfall. But when the shoe is on the other foot,
All right.
when it's your time and your turn, just because people don't know your business, that don't mean you come to church act like you won't do nothing.
All right.
Because all of us, the Bible even said itself, all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. Because the same blood that Jesus shed for me
Amen.
is the same blood
Yes, it is.
that he shed for you. So before you start pointing fingers at everybody else, you ought to thank God for his grace and his mercy. Because you didn't do everything right yourself. You didn't dotted every I and crossed every T, but in spite of all of your shortcomings and your downfalls, the grace of God picks you up. There's a lot of things that you have you don't deserve, but because of the grace and mercy of God. And if you don't have anything else to be thankful for, you ought to thank God for his grace. And you ought to thank God for his mercy. Because grace loves you in spite of your situation, in spite of what you did wrong, in spite of the decision that you made. Grace and mercy came through for you. If you got nothing else to thank God for, you ought to thank God that Jesus shed his blood for you.
All right.
Because the Bible said he loved the world so much that he gave his only begotten Son. And whosoever will believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. You have so much to be thankful for. Now I understand you may not have a real big house. You may not have the nicest car. You may not have the most expensive suit. You know, you may not have a lot of money like other folks may have. But you ought to be thankful that at least you have what you have. And maybe the more you appreciate what you have, because think about it. This is what I want to close with. Just think about it. How do you want to live in a mansion, but you can't keep an apartment clean? Just think about it. Just think about it. Just think about it. You want a mansion all to yourself. But let somebody walk in your room in your apartment, clothes everywhere, everything everywhere. So you want something big, but you can't take care of the small stuff that you have. Think about it. You want a real expensive car, but you can't keep up with the car that you have right now. You got barbecue sauce everywhere in your car. The French fry bag in the car. How do you expect your blessings to maximize, but you can't take care of the small stuff that you have right now? And here's where I'm still learning that, because, you know, other people who living rich, don't worry about that, because I guarantee you, you put everybody who is so addicted to material things, you put them all in the same room. You take away all their materials, and they ain't got no life. I guarantee you, if you go to a high school, you get the football team or a basketball team, put them in the same room. If you took away their ability to play football and to play basketball, and you ask them what they're going to do with their life now, half of them going to be clueless.
That's right.
You take every musician, they don't play no more. Ask them what they're going to do with their life. Half of them going to be clueless. Now some of these preachers, some of them preachers, you put them in a room, you take away their preaching, you ask them what they're going to do with their life. Half of them going to be clueless. So you have people that build on things that makes them look successful publicly, but really in reality they're insecure because they're failing privately. So before you get so caught up on what makes you look good publicly, humble yourself.
That is right. Keyword.
Because if half of the people that idolize you in the public know how much you fail in private,
Oh Lord.
they'll probably change their mind about you. So humble yourself
Oh yeah.
and remind yourself to appreciate God for making everything possible.